In this video, I'm going to show you how to make a amino acid model. The first thing I do is I go and I look up online an essential amino acid. For the purpose of this video, I'm going to be doing a non-essential one so that you guys get the joy of doing your own. The one that I've chosen to do is alanine. And one way of finding a good picture that you're going to be replicating is to Google the name of the amino acid and then clip art. You want to make sure that the one that you are drawing does not have things like CH2 written. You need to have something that has carbon with hydrogens written like that. So you need to have it with the full picture. All right, so I'm going to be doing a non-essential one. The one that I'll be doing today is the non-essential amino acid. So don't copy this. You will get it sent back and it won't work. Okay. Next, so I've Googled it and I found that it looks something like this. I'm going to draw it nice and big. Carbon bound to a hydrogen, bound to a carbon, double bound to an oxygen, single bound to an oxygen, single bound to a hydrogen. And then I have over here, a nitrogen, and it has hydrogen there, hydrogen there. And then this is my R group that I've got down here. It has a carbon, hydrogen, hydrogen, hydrogen. Highly recommend that the first thing you do is you draw it out nice and big. The next thing you're going to do is I've got my lunch and I've got some toothpicks. Combination of those is going to be my model. So I'm going to build my model directly on top of what I've already drawn out. So carbon, carbon, and then I need something to be my nitrogen. Go ahead and use this piece of cheese for my nitrogen. There we go. Push that in a little further. There we go. I've got nitrogen, carbon, carbon. Oh, I've got another carbon down here I need to account for. Highly recommend you start off with carbons. Those are kind of going to be your backbone. Make sure the bond is visible there because we want the graders to know that it is a single bond. All right, got the first part. Next, I'm going to need my my oxygens, which for today are mushrooms. All right, so I put my, push it in first. Looks like mushrooms are more likely to break. So I put my mushroom in. You'll notice I chose things that looked very different from one another. I've got to have the mushroom look different than the cheese, for example. Ooh, forgot. This oxygen has a double bond, so I'm going to put 2 toothpicks into it. And there we go. And then this one down here has 1 bond on it. So put 1 there. And then any other oxygens? Nope, did them all. All right, now for my hydrogens. For hydrogens, you always want to choose something that you have a lot of because that's going to be the one that you need the most for. And for me, I have a lot of these kidney beans. So I'm going to first of all get all of my kidney beans stuck onto their toothpicks, just like this. And another word of advice is you want to make sure you're choosing something that looks pretty much the same as itself. So the graders know that all of the carbons are the same. Okay, so now we're going to start putting in my hydrogens. 1 up there. Looks like this guy down here gets 3. So hydrogen, hydrogen, and another hydrogen goes in there. And 2 hydrogens go into the nitrogen. All right. Yay us! The last thing we're going to do is we're going to make a key for the grader so that they know that we know. Oops! Oh my goodness! Luckily I drew it out because I just noticed I have that hydrogen sitting there and I did not attach it. Oof, bad news. So in goes the hydrogen bean and it goes. This hydrogen decided to jump off of its toothpick. Okay, Ta-da! Last step, I'm going to make a key for the graders. I'm going to put it in its own little box so that they know that it is not part of the diagram. And mushroom equals oxygen. And a little piece of cheese equals nitrogen. And gigantic cucumber. Sorry, I tried to, carbon. Yeeh. Anyhow, sorry, this one is going to have to go all the way over here. Equals carbon. And I'm going to put it in its own box because there's no room for it over there. All right. Ta-da! Then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a picture of that and I will submit it. Oh, what the heck? Let's label it, shall we? Let's go ahead and put alanine. And there we go. Mission accomplished. The 5-minute version of doing your amino acid. Thank you.